Hello, hello, and welcome to another Manifesting Monday live. Okay, there's a huge amount happening this week, so I'm going to talk a little bit about what's happening. I'm going to do a reading for everybody on the collective, and I'm going to choose for what has become my favorite cards. They're tarot, but they're an Art Nouveau tarot. I just love them. They're so pretty, and I get inspiration from them. But first, I'm just going to say that so much is happening. So today, the 19th, there's a very high energy moving in the next 3 days. Um, the solstice on the 21st, between now and that 21st, there's all of this really high frequency energy that we can really use to our highest abilities by focusing on what it is we want to have happen, where we want to be. So on Wednesday, we've got the solstice. So if you're in the northern hemisphere, it is the winter solstice, or if you're down south, it is the summer solstice. And this is all about change and new beginnings, moving into different times. Jupiter tomorrow it moves into Aries at 0 degrees. So this is so much about new beginnings. And then on Friday, on the 23rd, we have a new moon, which is all about new beginnings, and it's at 1 degree in Capricorn. And in fact, by that time, so tomorrow Jupiter moves into Aries at 0 degrees, but by Friday on the 23rd, Jupiter is going to be 0.7 degrees basically. So it's 0 degrees and 7 minutes. So that's 7 is the number of heaven. It's the number of, the cross across the 7 and the line moving down. It's about bringing our thoughts and our ideas and our inspirations into the now. It's sort of manifesting heaven on earth type of scenarios. And the energy for next year, 2023, the whole year is a universal 7 year. So it will have a lot of inspiration, a lot of sort of higher harmony, a lot of new beginnings, and a feeling of new earth, new age, new beginnings all around. So the sun and the moon are going to be square to Jupiter, because Jupiter will be at 0 degrees and in Aries, and the sun and the moon are at 1 degrees in Capricorn. So Jupiter is the planet of expansion, of joy, of wisdom, of optimism. So it brings a huge amount of energy to this new moon. New moon is always about new beginnings, when we set our intentions. And this is the new moon this is the start of the moon that will bring us into this next lunar phase that will open the way into 2023. So it's very interesting. I think that Jupiter is at 0.7 degrees just as we move into that 2023 year. And there was something else. I've got some notes here. Oh, yes, very interesting as well. So on the 12th of the 21st, 2022, the whole date adds up to 12. So we've got this other 12. So we've got 12, 21. They all reduce. It's like they're mirrored, 12, 21, and the whole date adds up to 12, which is, reduces to threes. And 3 is the number of, it's part of the triad of creation. So the 369 code, the Tesla code, 369 are the numbers in numerology that align to creation. So we've got the 12, which reduces to 3, the 21, which reduces to 3, and then 2022, which reduces to 6, and the whole number adding up to 12, reducing to 3. So there's a huge amount of creativity coming with this. So what I'm going to read some cards first, just to see what the cards are saying, because this is what I'm saying and what I'm hearing other people saying. So Aries as well, because Jupiter is moving into Aries. Aries is the beginning of the zodiac sign. Hi, Valerie. Good to see you. Give me a hello. I can see a few people are watching there. And let StreamYard know who you are. There should be a link in the description of this or when in the StreamYard, just so that it's www.streamyard.com. If you go in there, you need to be able to allow either Facebook or YouTube to use your name. So I'll see who I've got. So, um, so we've got endings, a huge amount of endings at the beginning. We're right at the end of this season, right at the end of this year, and moving into new beginnings, which will be a totally new year next year. And I'm really excited about 2023. And I feel inside me, I feel a huge sense of relief for what's coming in 2023. Now, look, every year brings challenges. Hi, Nancy, good to see you. Every year brings challenges, but I feel that the energy of next year is going to be much, much lighter. And having that 7 energy, we've also got that inspiration, intuition, downloads. And if there's anything happening that triggers you and moves you off your feeling of, calm or zen or feeling positive, what we need to do is to be able to move from our head into our heart. So whatever thoughts create the feelings and the emotions. So if it's a negative feeling, a negative emotion, it's a thought that's created it. And all you need to do is to breathe in and count and just demand, or demand of the universe, or demand of source, to move your thoughts from your head down into your heart, and count backwards from 10 to 1, and imagine that they're just moving down as you count backwards into your heart. You can do that 3 times and really feel that, whew, and you're breathing as well at the same time, but it allows you to get rid of the fog, the noise, the overload in your head, and it brings it right down into your heart. Hi, Lucy Salter. Lovely to see you. Josephine from Skibbereen. I love that, Josephine from Skibbereen. Good to see you. Okay. Actually, as well, those numbers, I did hear somebody like Tanya Gabrielle talking about those numbers, the 12th of the 21st, 2022, which are, and all align up to the number 12, is very like that end of the Mayan calendar 12 years ago, 10 years ago, when it was the 12th to the 20th of December was 12. So 21 of December 12, 20, what was it? 2012. And that, so it was 10 years ago, very similar energy that we're getting right now. But there's a lot of hugely positive focus for moving into a much better future. And when you think of Jupiter, takes 12 years to move around, to do a complete move through the zodiac signs. It's 12 years since it's been in Aries, and imagine that it's moved around, but it's back now and it's at 0 degrees. That's unusual to be at 0 degrees in Aries. So everything is looking at new beginnings, both the new moon, the new season change, Jupiter moving into Aries at zeros, the sun and the moon are both at 1 degrees in Capricorn for the new moon. And new moons are always new beginnings. So it's huge. So I'm going to see what the cards say for all of us. And just give a little shuffle here. So just connecting up to my highest self and asking for clear and open reading in love and light, just for moving forward. What do we need to see? What energy? What do we need to feel? What messages do we need to hear today for manifesting Monday, and to use this incredible energy for this week? It's a big week. It's a big week, and it's the last week I'm working. I'm actually finished working. I'm only doing little bits like this. Siv, very nice to meet you. Oh, Siv, very lovely. I know who you are, I'm sure, from Norway. Let me see now. Okay, so I'm going to pull from this. And I'm pulling up my middle deck. So I've just stacked the cards into 3, and I've chosen the middle deck. And the first card that comes out is a very big yes. Okay, so say yes to yourself. If you've been feeling this, if you've been feeling a message, or focusing on a message coming to you, or if you've a question, the answer is yes. Um, but this is the Ace of Swords is very much about new beginnings again. It's the one. It's the first number in the minor arcana cards. It can signify a yes, but it's also very much new beginnings. Very, you know, um, on par with what's happening during this week. But swords are about our thoughts, and swords happen really quickly. So watch your thoughts. This is a kind of a be careful what you think. And notice your thoughts. Spend some time this week focusing on, okay, where are my thoughts leading me? And if you've noticed that your thoughts are racing ahead in some sort of crazy scenario, or if you're speaking words that are bringing down your energy, your vibration, your emotions, stop and notice how you can change those thoughts or those words that you're hearing. The second card, so this represents us right now. Okay, it's the first card that I pulled. So I pulled this. I'll post a photograph of this in the description, actually. So this is a Kachina knife reading. So I've got one at the top, which represents the past. It's the third card I picked, and the first card represents us as we are right now. So it's new thoughts, new beginnings, and this is the sort of like the outcome of us, what we want. And we have got the Temperance card here, which is take it slowly. I think what this is saying is watch your thoughts, be very careful to um, notice what your thoughts are, and you have the opportunity to stop, allow your thoughts, as I said before we did the reading, to move from your head down into your heart. And I'll do that after this. I'll just do a very quick little exercise to explain how to do that. I might just do it as a quick meditation. Now, this is us in the past, so it's the Seven of Pentacles. Pentacles is all about our finances, our physicality, our fitness, our wellness. So it's our physical selves, okay, and our finances as well. So health and wealth. But the seven, this has been working hard. We've been working hard. So if you have been working hard in the past, all of this is going to pay off. Whether you have been saving or watching what your finances are like, if you have been um, just focusing on abundance and growth, if you've been focusing on your health and your well-being and your ability to make a change, all of this is going to pay off. And this is past. So whatever's happened in the past, whatever you have paid attention to in the past, in it, consciously will pay off. So um, the middle card is the Seven of Swords. So the Seven of Swords is a bit of a trickster, okay? Just watch for those thoughts, because this has come out in the middle, so of these two cards. So this was the card which resembles us right now, which is a yes, and which is a watch your thoughts. This is on the other side, opposite, which is Temperance. Be very gentle with your thoughts. Be very, watchful of what you're thinking and how you can change a thought. And breathe, be calm. And I'll do that meditation at the end of this just to show you what I'm talking about, because in the middle, we've got that trickster. So just be careful where your thoughts can lead you. Be careful also of other people's thoughts. There's a lot going on right now, and there's a lot of, there can be negativity and fear and all of those lower emotions. Watch them and don't buy into it. Don't buy into anybody else's story. Tune into yourself, tune into your own resonance, into your own heart for your own thoughts. Right. And the middle card, then the next card is this is the near future. And this is actually a good outcome. It's a solid foundation. Something has, if you've put in work, if you've put in your attention into your future, into your dreams, into your desires, into your wishes, this is a card that's going to tell you that there is a positive outcome because you've put in the work, you've put in solid foundations. Now it's like, this guy in the background, he's building something, he's careful, it's attention to detail, and there's a deal been made. So this is future. It's good. It's like there's a good future because of where we put our thoughts and attention. So you can change your future outcome by focusing your thoughts on what you want and releasing any of those negative beliefs. So I'm going to read two more, and they're about the two of these now are advice for the future. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles. So again, Pentacles is about our wellness and our finances and our physicality. And this is a very quick move. It's a solid move forward with finances. It's a solid move forward with your health. It's a sort of, you know, it can mean that somebody else is coming in to kind of help out a male strong figure moving forward. But I feel that this is us taking control of our own ability to manifest, our own ability to focus on our own health and wealth, and by our thoughts and our emotions. But we've also got the Hermit. So the Hermit is somebody. The Hermit comes up for me a lot when I'm thinking of off-worlders, or which would be kind of like higher dimensional beings, or guides, angels, universal energy, whatever that is that you believe in, that there's a higher power at play here helping out, because I feel, and I've believed, I've been talking for quite a while, that we are at this is a huge time in history, and we've all chosen to come here right now to assist the earth moving to a higher dimension. And this is happening. This is set in stone. This is actually a major arcana card, as is the Temperance card. So watch and be careful and be fluid, and notice where your thoughts are, and do the work, because there's a very happy outcome with all of this. And this is, it's sort of like kind of a good type, if you can imagine a good military or a good source of kind of high frequency energy behind us, whatever that is that you believe in. We all have different beliefs around that. But this is like something is coming fast, and it's going to actually bring a sense of wellness and abundance to everybody. That's what I'm getting here. So I am going to, I will read a couple of cards for anybody who's on the call. So if you want a card, and I'm going to do some more of that on Monday. So I will choose about, 8 or 10 people here, or whoever's on the call today, to read a card. So choose a number between 1 and 5 and just post it below. And while you're doing that, I'm just going to imagine, this is how I would deal with people who are struggling in their head. So if you're overwhelmed by anything, or if you're noticing that there's a lot of negativity or difficulty, and this time of the year, we put pressure on ourselves. There's a lot of pressure around Christmas of, meeting with, friends and loved ones, or not meeting with friends and loved ones. But it's also a time when people get together and they haven't been together for a while, tensions can rise. And what we need to do most of all, more than anything, is to just bring ourselves back into the zone, back into a sense of peace. So whatever, if you could imagine now that there's something going on, just bring your attention to your head, to thoughts that are coming to you, and breathe into it. And then you can say out loud, I command that source energy brings the thoughts in my head down into my heart, and just count 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and feel now a sense that those thoughts have moved down to your heart. And do that again. I command the universal energy to bring the thoughts in my head down into my heart. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You should start feeling your heart opening up. And you can do that a third time. I command universal energy, bring the thoughts in my head down into my heart. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then when you feel that, when you feel the thoughts have now moved into your heart, you can just open your heart and shine love on that. And it doesn't feel as overwhelming. And just let it there, sit with it, and you'll get ideas. You'll get that sense of relief and release. You can then also ground yourself, put down an energetic root, and just, again, command those thoughts or move them out of your body. And do the same thing. Count from 10 to 1 and imagine that they're flowing down into the earth. And that the earth, Mother Earth, Gaia, is actually just transforming them, transmuting them, and all is well. So that's if you're getting negative thoughts or getting a negative feeling from any situation, if you're in a crowd of people and you're not happy with what's around you, do that exercise. Leave, go to the toilet or something and do that exercise. If you have to be away from people, come back, you will feel absolutely, completely calmer. And then when you've rid yourself of that, think about what you want instead. Think about already having achieved what it is you want to manifest. Now, it also suggests that before the new moon on Friday, and I think it's at maybe it's solstice is at 9:40. Yeah, the solstice is at 9:49 p.m. Universal Time, which is Irish time, UK time. And I'm not sure what time the new moon is. But if I'm not online because it is Christmas, I'll probably make a new moon meditation, in fact, in advance and post it here, wherever you're watching it, to drop just on the time of the new moon, because the best time to do a new moon meditation is after the new moon, immediately on or after the new moon, so that you're in the new cycle. If you do it beforehand, you're actually manifesting from an old cycle. So the best time is always as you move into that new. And then, of course, for the full moon, when you want to release something, the very best time is to do a full moon releasing ceremony before the full moon, because it's that tension that comes up with the full moon that makes us want to break free. Now, actually, on that new moon on Friday, when we've got Jupiter forming a square. Squares are usually quite a triggering. It actually triggers us into taking action. But the square is between Jupiter, and that Jupiter brings joy, expansion, wisdom, optimism, seeing beyond where we've been before. So before the new moon, get really clear about what you want for next year. This is the new moon that opens into 2023. So do that. I'm just going to pick these cards up because I'll take a photograph of them and post them later. And I'm going to quickly now jump into my Ascended Masters, and I'm going to read down. So I'm going to start. So if you've just posted a number, just have patience. I will read out the numbers that I see. And the first one was from Josephine from Skibbereen. So here you are, Josephine. Okay. Very nice to see you, Josephine. And I had never thought that Skibbereen actually rhymes with your name. Okay. So number 2, 1 and 2. Open your heart to love. So whatever that means to you, just open your heart to love. It might be, that you just do that exercise that I just did. It might mean that you just focus on your heart opening and allow yourself more often to feel that bubbling up sensation of love. Before I come on and do a reading with you guys, I first of all clear my energy with this, which is actually, if I chime this loudly, it'll blow your ears off. It's a very sharp, high-pitched sound that actually clears the pineal gland and clears my space. But I also then, oops, this is Right. Hear that? This is the love. This is the love vibration. So I open my heart. But actually, I don't even need, you don't need those to open your heart. It's just focusing on your heart and imagine it's like a flower and you're opening it. You can feel that sense of just love bubbling up. So when you do that, you're opening yourself up to loving yourself, the child inside you. You're opening yourself up to loving whatever, whoever might be triggering you, but also just loving where you are right now, being in the moment and accepting this is where you are meant to be. If you're in a difficult place, just accepting this is where I'm meant to be because I'm learning some lessons. What does that mean? And then you transmute it, you go beyond it. When you open your heart up to love, it can be for you, for other people, it can just transmute everything. Um, yeah, that's it. Okay, lovely to see you anyway again. So let me see. Valerie Leddy is number 4. So this is the way I will do it. I'm just going to highlight you. So if you haven't given Facebook permission, I don't know how to do that, just write your name, because if I have a name, I'll read a card for you. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so you've got focus on your strength. So really tune into what you're good at. Really tune into what you love about yourself, what brings you joy, what you love doing, and what you're good at and good with other people, and just focus on that. When you focus on that, it gives you a sense of comfort and clarity and a sense of pride maybe, but and confidence. um, don't look at the things that you can't do. Don't compare yourself to somebody else who's good at doing something else. Just be focused on what you can do, because you can shine that light and make such a difference in the world by just focusing on what you can do. That's your message for today. Now, let me see. Is it a good time to have a heart-to-heart talk with family or friends right now? Just see if you've put in a number. Okay, number 4. I'll give you a number 4 on that. And look, it's always a good time to have a heart-to-heart talk with family and friends, as long as you, first of all, open your heart, and I'm thinking that that when you open your heart to love, you have a good talk with anybody. Um, so that you're speaking your truth. You're speaking up for yourself, your truth with love, but you're listening to everybody's point of view. I'm just going to shuffle one more time. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And it's persistence. So persistence. So if there is something that you need to speak about, um, persistent action, just take tiny steps maybe. Start with a small amount, maybe don't jump in and have a massive, you know, heart to heart talk if it's a difficult one. Maybe take persistent action steps towards it. And I would say as well, before you have a conversation, if it's a difficult one, open your heart to love, think of them, and imagine you're having that conversation with them. So that you're imagining that you are talking to their highest self, your highest self is conversing with their highest self, because they listen on an energetic level. And when you do have that conversation, again, if you're grounded and you're loving and you're opening your heart to love and you're speaking your truth from love of yourself and the child inside you, but also honoring their child inside, that makes for a really powerful heart-to-heart talk. Okay, so Nancy Ryan, number 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we've got expect a miracle in whatever way that is. Just expect a miracle. If you could imagine that you knew without a doubt something was going to happen and it was really exciting. You knew it was happening. You've been told already it's going to happen and it is so flipping exciting, but you just don't know when, and you're expecting it with absolute, you know, clarity and self-assured, resonance. You know it in every fiber. That's what you need to do right now. Whatever it is that you want, you expect it with certainty. Um, get a vision or a feeling of what it would be like when you have that, what it is that you want. And just expect it. Get excited about it. Remind yourself daily to get excited about it. Maybe make a vision board, or put some doodle about it, draw about it, and get excited, because that will really bring it to you. All right, so I've read for you, Siv. Lucy Salter. Lovely to see you, Lucy. So I'm just going to number 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So peace offering. The situation needs peace in some way. So whether you need to make peace with somebody or something or some part of your life, it might be a person, a situation, or a whole group, okay? Just imagine that all parties are ready to communicate and to speak their truth with love. Imagine that you're already doing that. But there's a really good opportunity now to move forward and to have a peaceful resolution to something that might be troubling you. And also, there's another feeling from this that's coming in, that if you're unsure about a decision or what to do, if you are unsure about a way forward, stop and think of the end result. If you make this decision, how will I feel at the end? Not making the decision, but actually after you've made the decision, what's the feeling that you get afterwards? And if you feel a sense of peace with any possibilities of what you might need to do, that's the action. Tune in and trust your own heart, because your heart knows. Okay. Mary DC, number 2, please. Hi, Yasmin. Lovely to see you. If anybody, I've got, I'm just going to post here actually a link. I'm not taking on anybody, obviously, at this time of this year, but in January, the first 2 weeks in January, there are a few spaces in my diary. I rarely do these card readings or have them available, but they are available on the link that I've just posted below. They're on my website at 222. It's an hour with me, and I make a guided meditation and email that to you from whatever comes up. So it's a full card reading, but I'm offering 50% off. So there's 111. I have a few spaces left in the first 2 weeks in January. So if anybody's interested in those, I would say go, because they are going to go quickly. So Mary DC, number 2. So 1 and 2. Trust. So just trust in the situation, trust in yourself as well. Trust that there will be a peaceful resolution or a very happy ending. Trust that your dreams and your desires and your wishes are actually there for you to, you have them because you've been given them as a marker that you deserve something. Okay. Trust your intuition, I think, and trust your gut about something, and mostly trust the universe is there, giving you little nuggets, pointing you in a direction. Maybe if you get a feeling, I want to do this, I want to, whatever. If it's a feeling that feels light and it just excites you, trust yourself and take action without delay. And if, on the other hand, you get a sort of a dense or a uncertain, trust that as well, and maybe do a little bit of further digging to know if that's the right thing. But I feel the answer really from this is just trust yourself and trust the universe. Have I finished? Oh my goodness, that's very quick. Okay. So if anybody else has, if there's anybody, Yasmin, you're there. I don't think I read for you. Or if you want a card, maybe you've gone again. And I have a Facebook user who said, hi, lovely. So if there's anybody in the last couple of minutes that want a card, give me a number quickly between 1 and 5 and let me know what your name is if I can't see it, if you're just Facebook user. Um, and I will be back. I will be back on Wednesday for the solstice at some stage. I'm not sure yet because I have a busy evening, but I will do something for the solstice, and I'm also going to put in a guided meditation for the new moon on Friday, and I will turn up live at some time on Friday, and I'm going to do a big, I'll post that out to anybody who's on my email list, and I'll do a full card, reading for whatever is coming up. So I don't see any other numbers, so I'm going to close, and I will talk to you all soon. Have a very, very beautiful and powerful week, because this one is really going to be magical. There's so much happening. Lots of love. Bye.